The film begins with the capture of a little lion cub in the prairie, which is then transported in a cage on an airplane to be handed over to one of the circuses. Meanwhile, a young and talented pianist named Alma heads to the airport to reach a private island owned by her family. The girl is an orphan, and now her grandfather has passed away. Her only remaining relative is her godfather Joe, to whom she has come. In a video message left for his granddaughter, the grandfather talks about an almost tame she-wolf that often comes to his house. In the evening, Alma hears a plane crash due to bad weather. The unharmed lion cub escapes from the cage and falls into a nest. Workers from a wildlife conservation center called Snow Wolf, Eli and Charles have tracked the she-wolf of an endangered species on the private island. The she-wolf falls into their trap, but she manages to escape and swim away. Alma helps her get rid of the nets. The she-wolf comes down, sensing the scent of the grandfather. Alma demands that the man immediately leave her private island. At the plane crash site, a lion cub falls from the nest into her hands. She brings him home, and then the she-wolf runs inside and brings a wolf cub with her. Nature conservation rangers are looking for the lion cub that belongs to the circus. Meanwhile, the lion cub and the wolf cub become friends, and the she-wolf feeds them. Alma entertains them with music. Her grandfather always opposed the use of animals in circus. The man collected newspaper articles about the cruel treatment of animals by trainers. Joe asks the girl to contact him via radio every day. Alma has to leave the wolf and the lion to take exams to enter the Los Angeles Philharmonic. After a successful exam, she unsuccessfully tries to find a good home for her animals at the shelter. Meanwhile, Eli manages to catch the she-wolf. The girl names her friends. She calls the wolf Mozart and the lion Dreamer. Several seasons pass with them living together. A mother and daughter traveling by boat decide to gather beautiful flowers on the private island. Mozart and Dreamer are interested in the new visitors. Alma, fearing an attack on the people, rushes to the shore. She stumbles and falls, losing consciousness. Joe, not receiving a radio response, sails to the island. He discovers his goddaughter surrounded by animals and has to call his old ranger acquaintance Uzi for help. Alma survives, but she has a severe concussion. Mozart and Dreamer saved her life, keeping the motionless girl warm for so long. Eli takes Mozart and promises to place him in a very good place, while the circus people come for Dreamer, recognizing him by the chip. In the reserve, Mozart meets his mother. Eli hopes that he and his new mates will produce at least 10 cubs of the rare species, then they will be released into the wild. In the circus, trainer Alan uses a whip on Dreamer. Alan's son Rafa calms the lion with classical music. Alma escapes from the hospital in search of her friends. Eli tells her that Mozart will be happier in the wild. She walks through circuses looking for the lion. Mozart manages to escape and find Dreamer. Not on the first attempt, but the wolf eventually frees the lion, knocking Alan down. Eli, tracking the wolf on the navigator, discovers an empty cage with the lion. He contacts Alma and asks for help. The girl tells him the story of her friendship with the predators. Mozart and Dreamer snack at the supermarket, then run away, scaring the locals. They hide in the forest from the local police. Mozart sacrifices himself, taking a tranquilizer dart from Alan. The man says to remove the GPS collar from the wolf. Then Alan lies that Rafa found the collar. The son runs away from his father and wants to show where he saw the animals. With the help of classical music playing in the car, they manage to find the animals. Rafa doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps and mistreat the animals. They need to sail to the island. Now Dreamer sacrifices himself, distracting the police from his friends. Gunshots frighten Alma as well as Eli and Joe approaching, but Dreamer appears before them, alive and unharmed.